So almost exactly a year ago to the making of this vid, I went on a 3-week tour of the French Alps to play the après-ski bars, hotel reception, restaurant-y kind of thing. And I made a video about the PA system that I was taking and the equipment I was using, because it was the first time I was going to do it solo, and you have to take, you got to be the whole production. You got to take everything. Now I'm going away again as of time of recording this, but actually when you're watching this, I've just come back. But I wasn't going to make another video about the equipment that I'm going to take, that I'm going to use, despite having some new toys. But I've just got everything out to test it, and all is good. But I have been losing my mind slightly in worrying whether I have everything. So I thought, well, why not kill two birds with one stone? Why not make some content and show you what I'm using? So I leave in 2 days. So I've washed all my clothes. This isn't the musical part, actually. This has got nothing to do with the equipment. I just wanted to make a point about how I'm dressed, because I've washed everything. You can probably see the ironing board up in the corner. Most things are packed. Got a few more things to do, but that's why I'm dressed like this. And I know that you are all subscribed to this channel because of the fashion sense that you're normally given, the high quality fashion level, but not in this video. I apologize. So let's crack on, shall we? So essentially what we are looking at here, because I tried to make it as Instagram friendly on the floor, in, you know, those shitty pictures where people post their stuff like this and it looks all nice and tidy. Well, this isn't. This is the real fucking world. So this is what it looks like when I get everything out to test it. Essentially what we are looking at is a small PA with an acoustic guitar and a little effect. But we're going to go through everything so you know what I'm using, and also I can find some peace of mind. So first thing first is power. We're coming out of the wall in the corner there and into that multi-bank. Off of that we have got the two speakers, the RCA ART708As. Coming off of that power bank is a separate power bank, which is here. And from that, we have the Model 12. This is the new edition. I'm very, very excited about this, because look, I am recording on this too. So I'm hoping to record some shows while I'm out there. So we're going into the Model 12. HX Stomp for the... it's not turned on. Hold on. One moment. Let's turn it on. So I like using this because I can get everything out of it. Last year, if you recall, if you watch this video, this version that I made last year, I had a Line 6 Pod Go, which I very much love. And again, I was using that for a bit of everything, because I could tune on it, some little loops on it, I can put some sexy little effects on it. But the power for that, the power lead broke just before I left, so I got a bit panicky, so I put together a board which was a bit more chunky. It was in this, actually. It was in this box, so it was a lot more chunkier and hefty. Since then, I've upgraded to the HX Stomp, and so on this, you can see if that's showing, I don't know if that's showing properly, but I have a looper, I have a little bit of drive to give it a little sexier sound. The shimmer, that's for my solo acoustic stuff, so that's not really going to be used on this tour. Have a bit of a delay and a bit of a comp. And at the moment, I'm experimenting with stereo outputs for the looper and the delay. So that's coming stereo out into the Model 12. But of course, what's going into that? Well, I'll tell you what's going into that. It is the Martin D35, recently refretted. So I'm very, very excited to give this girl a run, because I did the tour with it last year and it needed a refret then, but I managed to get away with it. But what am I talking about? Anyway, I'm bollocksing. Okay, so we have the speakers. You haven't talked about the Fishman yet, Freddie? No, wait for it. We have the speakers, we have the mixing desk, we have the HX Stomp, we have the Martin D35, and of course this microphone, the Shure Beta 58A. I got a new stand because the one closest to you watching this is one I've had for years, but it won't tighten. So she's a little bit wobbly now. I'm going to try and take her as a spare. Because apart from that, there's nothing really wrong with her, but you can get fucking annoying drunk people. So I wanted a stand that's going to be sturdy. And in here, we have the stands for the speakers, but I haven't bothered putting them up because I know that they work and that's not really necessary. I have two, perhaps I should have started with this because power-wise is going to be very important. I have two long boys because sometimes it might be that I have to set up, it's not often the case, but sometimes you get situations where you have to play a little bit far away from where the power sources are. So I've got two long white boys to help me out there. I'll only probably end up using one because, as with the case here, I'm coming out the wall into that multi-sockety bitch, and I can sort of run everything mostly off of that. But if one of the two speakers has to be set further away, then I need to be able to power that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, where are we at? Oh, so something I got into last tour that I did is in-ear systems. In-ear systems. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a scary view. Oh, God. Fuck me. I have the Shure. I can't. They're the sort of first on the run ladder. What? They're the first on the. What? I have these Shure in-ears. Relatively inexpensive for in-ears, I'm led to believe, but they work fine for me. They lack a lot of bass. That's the only criticism I have of them. So I mustn't judge the sound, the EQ of the vocals and the guitar through the in-ears because it's not representative at all. But what I am so fucking excited about using is, on this system, I'm not sure I'm going to have the brain width to explain how it's working, but basically I can turn up each individual channel in my headphones as opposed to just one, make everything louder or make everything softer, quieter, that's the word. So I'm very excited about that. That's I worked that out a second ago when I tested it, and it was fantastic. So yes, we have the in-ears. Oh, of course, we have the tablet with all of the songs, a little Bluetooth speaker to switch pages, and a stand for the tablet. When I first started doing that sort of thing, there was pre-tablets. So you either had to have a big fucking massive book with everything in it or just remember it. I did prefer to remember it, but it is very, very convenient to have everything on there, and I have my sort of normal set, and then if someone says, hey, can you play this song? And I know that I played it before, I'll be like, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I can do a version of it. It might not be pretty, but I know I can do it, and that kind of pleases most people. So that's going to be the majority. That's the main essential setups. Everything else, all the mess that you see around, is extras. So like I said, I've got two extra long white boys. I have two kettle leads, is that what you're saying? Power leads for the speakers because they need to be quite long. I have on top of the speaker there is extra speaker cables, and then I have what turns out to be more than I thought XLR cables. I bought some fresh ones. As you can see, they've still got the cardboard on them, but I did have quite a few left over already. So in a second I'm going to do a big reveal. Let's do it like that. In a second I'm going to do a big reveal of everything when it's packed away, but there might be some things outside of boxes still that I won't bother taking with me because yes, I want to take some spares with me, but do I need to take 8 XLR cables? Probably not. Famous last words. What else is there to tell you about this setup? Oh, also I have a second acoustic guitar, which is over here. So I have my Larrivee OM03, which I'm on the fence at the moment as to whether to take her or whether to take that blue telly. Last year, my tour was kind of put together because there was someone out there that had broken their leg, so couldn't do as many gigs. So I was filling in, and one of the gigs I filled in for someone was an electric gig. But this tour has been planned longer in advance, so it's only going to really be me. So is it necessary for me to take the telly? I was thinking I could, because I've got a dual-headed guitar stand as opposed to taking two stands. I can just take one. So I will take a second guitar. Whether I'll take the second acoustic or the electric, who the fuck knows? So there we have, I think, the Fishman. I never talked about the Fishman. God, okay. So most of the time, I am going to be playing through the PA system, my PA system. Sometimes I won't even really need my system. I can just plug straight into the system that some venues have. Not all venues do, that's why I have to take mine. The Fishman has been my best friend for years because I can plug my guitar in and vocals in and use that as a very, very small PA system. Some intimate shows, some intimate gigs, very small, hotel reception kind of things that's not really meant to be, I was going to say audible. You're kind of there, but you're kind of not. To have the whole system is completely unnecessary. So I've got that small one just in case. I don't really think I'm going to be using it, but I will take it because if I need it, it's going to come in very, very handy. And it's a long fucking way from here to the Alps, so I'll put it in the car. Okay, let's pack this all up and see what she looks like. There we go. Whoa, yes. So I'm very, very happy with that. There's a very compact and just fucking nice. Look at that. I'm so happy with that because, like I said, it's me doing everything. So as minimal stuff as possible, but obviously with spares and extras in case things go wrong. Like I said, there's no second guitar in this yet, but there will be. And the yellow box, the yellow Pelly there is incredibly heavy. Well, not for a strong man like me, but it is heavy because I put all of the leads in there. There was a moment when I thought, is it better to separate power into a separate box and have all the leads, audio leads in another box? But then that's another box or another bag that I have to worry about carrying in and out and stuff. So fortunately, the distances between the car and getting into the venue are never that big. Yeah, you have to go through a bit of snow sometimes, but if I just take that on its own, it's going to be fine. Thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Like I said, this video is coming out just as I come back from the tour, so if any of this is interesting to you, then feel free to subscribe, like, follow, share, all that YouTuber shit. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're out there doing gigs, good luck in your gigs. Let me know how you're getting on. Have you just done a cover gig? Are you off to do an original gig? I need to work out these outros a little bit. But yes, thank you. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.